Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. On this video I'm going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup third round at Old Trafford. So like I've mentioned, I'm expecting Erik ten Hag to rotate in this game. I believe he's going to give some of the youngsters an opportunity. So, in goal, I'm going with Alte Bendia. He will come in for Onana. He's the backup goalkeeper to Onana. Obviously, if he starts this game, it will be his Man United debut. We got Alte Bendia from Fenerbahce. Right back, Diego Dalot. He will retain his place at right back. And Wan-Bissaka, of course, has been out with injury. The two centre-backs, I'm going to go with Harry Maguire and Johnny Evans. I'm hearing Harry Maguire is going to be available for this game. Obviously, you've got other options at centre-half. You've obviously got Victor Lindelof, who, of course, played in the 1-0 win against Burnley. You've obviously got Lisandro Martinez, who's another option, but I don't think he'll start in this game. Varane, he's another option as well. Varane was injured not so long ago. But I am going to go with Maguire and Johnny Evans. Johnny Evans played in the 1-0 defeat, in the 1-0 win, against Burnley. Johnny Evans, it was his first league start in his second spell at Man United. That was one of the main talking points in that game. Johnny Evans, of course, provided the assist for Bruno Fernandes' goal. It was a stunning volley, by the way, from Bruno Fernandes. Johnny Evans did have a goal ruled out for offside against Burnley. Evans, after that game, said it was one of the best nights of my life. Left back, I'm going to go with Sergio Reguilon. He's expected to be fit for this game. Reguilon played in the game against Burnley, but he did come off with an injury. Man United got Reguilon on loan from Tottenham. Shaw's another left back we've got, but he's still out with injury. And Terrell Malacia is another left back we've got. He's been out with injury. Now, the two centre midfielders, I'm going to go with Scott McTominay and Sofian Amrabat. Scott McTominay obviously isn't one of our first choice centre midfielders, but I do think he'll feature in this game. And Amrabat, if he does play in this game, it will be his Manchester United debut. He was injured not so long ago. Man United got Amrabat on loan from Fiorentina. There's other options. There's obviously Eriksen, who's an option. Casemiro's an option, but I think he'll be rested for this game. Don't forget, Casemiro scored twice in the 4-3 defeat to Bayern Munich. Mason Mount is an option as well. Obviously, Mason Mount, as you all know, can go on the right-hand side as well. And I heard that Mason Mount is expected to be fit for this game. But yeah, the two centre midfielders, Scott McTominay and Amrabat. In the number 10, I'm going to go with Hannibal Mejbri, if I pronounced that correctly. I apologise if I haven't. His name is quite hard to pronounce. He was actually in the number 10 in the game against Burnley. He started in the number 10. Obviously, you've got other options. You've obviously got Bruno Fernandes, who mainly plays in that number 10. You can put him out on the right one as well, but I don't think Bruno Fernandes will start this game. You know, Van der Beek obviously can be deployed in that number 10. But yeah, I'm going to stick with Medjbrai. On the right wing, I'm going to go with Garnacho. Facundo Pellistri could start on that right wing, you know, he's an option. Sancho mainly plays on the right, but he's obviously been having off-pitch matters. Same thing with Anthony, he's been having off-pitch matters. You know, you can put Rashford on that right wing. Like I said, Mount can go on the right wing. But yeah, I'm going to go with Garnacho on that right wing. On the left wing, I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Rashford on the left wing. And up top, I'm going to go with Anthony Martial. Obviously, Rasmus Højlund is an option up top, but I don't think he'll start this game. I think he'll go with Martial up top. So that's how I think Man United could line up against Crystal Palace. Now, as you all know, Man United are coming into this game on the back of a 1-0 win against Burnley at Turf Moor. After that game, Erik ten Hag hailed the team spirit and fight in Man United's win over Burnley, but he's still demanding more, is Ten Hag. It was a very poor performance against Burnley, but Manchester United still managed to get the win. You know, we scraped the win, you know, I'll be very honest with you. You know, the victory against Burnley ended 3 games without a win. You know, as for Crystal Palace, they drew their last game against Fulham 0-0. They're sitting like 9th in the Premier League. By the way, Crystal Palace have never won the Carabao Cup. They did play Man United in the FA Cup final back in 2016. You know, Man United did beat them 2-1, was it, in extra time. You know, Crystal Palace, you know, they have got some good players in their team that could pose a threat to our back line. You know, they've got Jordan Ayew, who's one of their key players. They've got Odsonne Edouard, who I think they signed from Celtic, Jean-Philippe Mateta, Matthias Franke. They got him from Flamengo. He's out with injury at the moment. Tyrick Mitchell's a player Palace have got. Michael Olaisi, he's another key player Palace have got. I do rate him. Don't forget he scored a fantastic free kick right at the end in Palace's draw against Man United at Selhurst Park, was it last season? So Palace did salvage a point in that game. By the way, Olaisi is out with injury at the moment. Chris Richards, Palace signed him from Bayern Munich. Nathan Ferguson, he's injured at the moment. They've got Jefferson Lerma, who I think they signed from Bournemouth. He's injured at the moment. Jeffrey Schlupp, Will Hughes, James Tompkins is injured. Joe Ward, they still have him. Joe Tim Anderson, Nathaniel Klein, he's a former Liverpool and Southampton player. So they are quite a few of the players Crystal Palace do have. You know, like I've mentioned already, they've lost players of Palace. You know, they lost Zaha, who was very good when he was at Palace. They lost Jack Butland. Obviously, last season he was out on loan with Man United. They lost Martin Kelly. They lost Robert Street. So they are quite a few of the players that Crystal Palace have lost. The Palace manager is Roy Hodgson. He's now in his second spell with Crystal Palace. He got appointed in as the Palace manager in his second spell back in March this year. So in his second spell at Palace, he's been the Palace manager for around 6 months. Obviously, before Palace had Patrick Vieira, I think Crystal Palace ended up sacking him. As you all know, Man United are currently the Carabao Cup holders. Man United won the Carabao Cup last season against Newcastle in the final. That was Man United's first trophy since 2017. So anyway guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless.